Hi, everybody. I completely screwed up Ramon's time for this show to start. So I'm just starting it now. Um, and he's going to come in whenever he can. And typical Mercury retrograde problem. So I'm going to go ahead and start the show. Let me just let this run a minute or two and let people know that it is on now. And I'm going to be right back. All right. Hi, JR, Laura, Vicky. I thought this was supposed to start at 4:00, and I had it set for 4:00, and it was actually supposed to be at 2:00. So poor Ramon. I feel really bad, but I told him I'm here and to come in as soon as he can. And in the meantime, I'll just say hello to everybody. And hi, Kelly. Hi, Craig. It's good to see you guys. Oh, it's one of those days. Anyway, yeah. I'll be happy when this Mercury retrograde is gone. So yes, Ramon has a show later with Scott, Scorpio Sun, and so he was trying to get in here and get things settled, and I screwed it all up. So hi, Fatima. Blessings to you. Oh, thank you, Kelly. You're so kind. Hi, Martha. Hi, hun. Hi, Sue Toffee. Yes, Vicky, it's been really screwing with me. I tell you. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. No, Scott isn't here, honey. Or is he here? Is he here? Ramon's going to be on with Scott today. That's why. Hi, Jackie. Oh, Scott is here. Sorry. Hi, Sandy Miller. I screwed up with the timing with Ramon, and I know he's going to come on your show later on, Scott. If you have his phone number and you could text him, I don't have it. I don't know if you do or not. Let him know I'm already on, and I'm waiting for him. And he's going to hate working with me because I didn't get him the link fast enough, and then I put the wrong time up. So I really feel bad. So, hi, Pisces greeter. Hi, Sonia. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Yeah. I'm just not having too much fun with timing. And I think I saw Jackie. Hi, Jackie J. It's good to see you too. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I just read something that is really interesting, and I don't know much more about it than this. There's supposed to be a supernova, NOVA, that is supposed to explode, and I believe it's a star somewhere. So, I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think that with all the other things we're handling astrologically, it's just another funny thing that we don't usually have going on. And I know when I was on with Valerie Bradshaw on Friday, she lost her internet because of solar storms and stuff. So anyway, hello, Carolyn, Peter, and Antonio. It's good to see you. I hope everybody's doing all right today. Yeah, so it was supposed to be a 4:00 show with Ramon, except actually it was supposed to be a 2:00 show. And he wrote me and said he couldn't get, oh my goodness. Anyway, so come and see us, Ramon. Come and see us. It has been crazy, Martha. It has been crazy. It's almost, what's the word you want to say? Ironic, or it's like a bunch of irony. Yeah, it's like a bunch of irony. Yeah. Anyway, I had a great show this morning with Val, and I got really pumped up about it. And then hi, Maruda. Maruda's going to come on tomorrow. I hope I got the right time there. Hi, Julie V 1112. It's good to see you. Yeah, there are some really strong energies going on out there. And I really think we're getting more and more people opening up. And I know that that would be what you're experiencing as well. So yeah. Anyway, what I was going to do, I was going to start out by introducing Ramon, and he is Moon Scarab. And all day I've been singing the song, I'm being followed by a moon scarab. And it's not really, it's supposed to be shadow, but I liked it. So anyway, you had to go rest instead of going dancing. Okay. All right. Oh, Kelly, yours a computer has messed up, and your two of your cars? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hi, Karen Trout. Nice to see you. How are you? Yeah, everybody, it's all right. So the good news is, if you haven't heard the good news, because we've certainly talked about it enough, the 20th of the month is supposed to be fabulous. So next Saturday. Did you sing along, Karen? Oh, thank you. All good now, Kelly? Just what you guys need, though, just what I spent Wednesday in and out of the hospital with my husband one more time for the 7th time. And yes, and Trump's going to court tomorrow. He's probably doing all this mixing up of things. What do you say? Oh, if you're looking astrologically, Martha, then you're looking at Jupiter, the planet of expansion, and is going to be conjunct with Uranus, not to be confused with Uranus. And thank you, Kelly. And it's supposed to start bringing us in some really great things, and we need it. We all need it. Oh, thank you, Scott. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, if we've got something to look forward to, and then the astrologers are saying that this was supposed to be the worst month of the year, April, but May was supposed to be the best month. So maybe. Hi, McGrill. I think I said that all the time. I used to say, what's my Uranus in? And it's like, no, it's Uranus. Hi, Viviani. Yeah. So, maybe we want to all go get lottery tickets on the, so here's my plan for lottery tickets. Hi, Linda Bishop. Yes. Oh, really, Sonia? Okay. We'll ask. Let's ask. Oh, I forgot what I was just going to say. Sorry. Hi. Did I see Pierrette come in? I see Viviani. You found out you'll be driving through storms tomorrow? Okay. Yes, I did see Pierrette. I'm going to be on Pierrette's channel this week. I'm so excited about that. Yes. It's going to be fun. It really is. Lots of good things coming this week. So yeah, so maybe I know what it was I was going to tell you. Lottery tickets. If I ever win a lottery, which I don't play, but Keith does, when I go claim it, I'm going to say that I was part of a lottery club. And everybody has chipped in for years and years. And these are all the people that I want to get part of the lottery. Why not? Right? I know. Yeah. Okay, Jackie, I get you. Yeah, we are waiting for Trump's next shenanigans. I guess he already went on today and once again violated the gag order and started going on and on and on about not Michael. Who was his attorney? His attorney. Cohen, that guy. Yeah. That would be cool, wouldn't it? I think it would be the best thing ever. There are people that like work together in a factory or something, and they have chipped in for lottery tickets over a long period of time, and they have shared the lottery that way. So yeah. I just saw, hi, Celtic Seer. It's good to see you as well. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Poor Ramon. At first, I forgot to send him the link, and then I sent it to him, but it was for the wrong time. And he's got Scott. He's got a date with Scott, and so I don't want to screw that up. So I told him, Cochran? No, I don't think that's who it is. Is it Michael? What's his name? Cole. He's the one that, remember he went to jail? He was his right-hand man. I don't remember his name. Anyway. Cohen, Michael Cohen. Okay, it is Cohen. All right, so I just pulled 3 cards as I'm sitting here. And so it was synchronicity that all of this happened. Boy, that makes me happy. It's synchronicity that I screwed everything up for whatever reason. Maybe some of you just happened to find me here today or something. I don't know, but it's synchronicity. And it has to do with the vibrations of what's going on right now. And I'm going to transform it all eventually once Moon Scarab Ramon gets here. So what do you know? I love this card. Look at the card. It's got dragonflies. It's got yin and yangs. It's got this. It's got up there, you got a bee and coins. I really love these cards. I was using them this morning and everybody was asking me about him. Oh, okay. Thanks, Maruda. Okay. What we've forgotten. Amy Miranda. That's the cards I just pulled today. That's what it is, Marilyn. Yeah. What We've Forgotten Oracle Deck by Amy Miranda. And a lot of people on my first show loved it. So I know a lot of people went to Amazon and bought it. I'm sure Amy Miranda is going to say, wow, I wonder what happened today. I don't know who she is, but. Oh, Sonia, yes. Yes. You're welcome, Marilyn. Welcome to the show. When you worked at AM PM, a man who belonged to a car called 200 scratch-offs every week. Yeah, I bet it did, Sonia. But yeah, people do that. I mean, I'm one of those gamblers that when my brother used to just throw his quarters into the one-armed bandit and win $2,500, but not if he needed it. Only if he didn't need it, it would happen. But when I go, I have like, I'm going to say 100. I'll spend $100, and if once I lose $100, and that's really even very high for me. Usually it's more like 20, but I will play for hours. I'll gain some, I'll lose some. Now, if I had gained like $1,000 or $500, I would have stopped because it's just me. I'm conservative with gambling. I don't really like, want to be a gambler or for any reason really. But yeah, I'd have so much fun. I'd have fun doing it that way. On a Monte Carlo night, that the same thing if you're doing that for like at a group thing. So anyway, well, I don't blame you, Maruda. It does feel that way. I will tell you though, last year on my way back from Sedona, for some reason, we pulled in to get gas and I said, I'm going to get a lottery ticket. And that's not me. And I went in and I got the lottery ticket. It was in Idaho. And I went home a couple days later. I won $30. Now, for me, I was thrilled. I mean, of course, it would have been nice for 300,000, 30,000, whatever it was. Didn't matter. I just knew at that point that I would win something, I guess. And that's why I did it. So, yeah. Anyway. Well, while we're waiting for Ramon, why don't you put some questions in if you want, and we'll see if we can answer them for you. By the way, those that have given to my Professor Sandra's GoFundMe, thank you again for your donations. She writes on Facebook, I sent her some of the money, and she said, I'll be able to go and take a shower because she lives in a shelter and they don't have a shower for handicapped people. And so she has to go to a special hotel to take a shower, and it costs $120 for her to do that. And she doesn't have the money to do it. So she hasn't had a shower in weeks. So, anything that could put a smile on this lady's face makes me so happy. And I'll be sending her some more money tomorrow. Yeah, I know it's awful. It really, and she's got dementia. So, I'm making sure that she remembers she's got the money and that she doesn't not know she has it, things like that. Because I don't know how far, I don't believe she's that far off. If she can go to the hotel and get a shower and know she needs to go, then, it really, it's just something I felt that I needed to do. And everybody has responded so well. She said to me when I first told her, don't be surprised if nobody gives you anything, Aley, because I've not asked for money and I don't think people will do that. And I said, don't you worry. I said, you'll get some money. And so I was very blessed that Linda G also put it on her community page. And so a lot of people that I don't even know contributed to her GoFundMe. And we've already got about $1,200 for Sandra. So I know it is wonderful. And I'm glad that it worked out for her. She's just, she's a beautiful woman. She's probably in her mid 60s. I actually think she's very close to my age. And she was a part-time professor. She was a doctorate in film. And she took care of her mother who had Alzheimer's, and then she has it now. Or it's getting that way. So yeah. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I don't want to take it's just something that I felt moved to do. And I feel like it was Spirit wanted it to be, and knew that we could do it through this way. And so just happy that, she's gonna benefit from it. So thank you. So anybody got any questions? Hey, Moira, how are you? It's good to see you. So all of you who are my members, you can take my dream class free. You will get a link that will take you to the Zooms. It's on Saturdays from 9 o'clock to 10ish, 10:30, something like that. You don't have to stay the whole time for 3 weeks, the 27th, the 4th, and the 11th of May. And anybody else can sign up for the dream class as well. And any contributions to Sandra, her GoFundMe, that's where it will go. I will take the contribution as the payment. It's $33 for those who aren't subscribers to take it. But you could give some money. If you don't have $33, but you have $10 and you give to Sandra's GoFundMe, then you can still come to the class. That's the way I want to do it. You want to do that class? Where do you sign up? Vicki, I will on my community page, I'm going to have who thinks they're going to come, and you'll get the link from my community page because you're one of the members. All right. Does Micah have a message for you? Okay. When will Netanyahu be ousted? All right. I haven't been able to see the news today. What's going on? Are there any more drones and missiles going back and forth into Israel? Oh. Okay. Will do, Sonia. Oh, Carolyn, yes. I would love you to go to the class. Yes. You're part of the dream team. All right. Oh. Well, you've been trying to channel, Sandy. Ooh. Thank you very much, Jackie Jacaranda. Much love to you. Much love to you. All right, Vicki. By the way, Val and I, very briefly, Val Klingenbeck and I this morning talked a little bit about doing a mediums class. And it hasn't been written in stone yet, but we're hoping to be able to do it together as in using the tools, different tools that we use for mediumship. So, ooh, it startled you, Karen? Startled you awake. Moira, it will be how to access your dreams. You'll be making a dream, like your own private dream dictionary. And you will we'll talk about some different types of dreams, that kind of thing. And then, if you can remember your dream and come back the next week, we can talk about it. Yes. And we can try to interpret it, but also give you the tools to interpret it yourself. So yeah. And we're going to talk about symbols and things like that. Yeah. Oh, okay, Greg. I get it. I get it. All right. Not a problem. Not a problem. All right. So let's start here. That's what you asked this question. I've not worked with Ramon yet, so I don't know if I have an answer for you. Let's see. I think he's going to show up here this by 4. So if he does, I'm going to save that question for him and I to do together. Okay. No, and if he doesn't show up for some reason, I'll do it. Okay. All right. All right. So Micah, have a message for you. You've connected on the lunar eclipse. All right. You said something later here as well. He finally birthed into my body on the lunar eclipse. It's amazing. Okay. Sandy, remind me, is this a guide? Is this someone on the other side? Is this, I don't think I'm silly, but is this a dragon or is it some sort of spirit animal energy? What is it? If you wouldn't mind helping me out. Whoops, sorry. You're welcome. Hi, Teacher Barbara. Much love to you, my dear. Teacher Barbara made me a shirt that I'm going to wear and you're going to see. I can't wait to wear it. Yeah. Oh, that's really awesome. Oh, it's an entity on the other side. You were supposed to contact him. Really? Okay. These cards are cracking me up. All right. The first one I get is he just loves you. He loves your energy. He's glad to be connected with you. And look at the way he adoringly looks at you. So I'm getting that he's been working with you, but you just weren't aware of it until recently. Oh, Peter said it might be an angel. Maybe it is. Maybe it's your private angel. And look at that. Look at how beautiful. Look at how beautiful. So he loves your energy. And he says, I'm working with you as an act of love, perhaps working on his own forgiveness. If you ever saw, the Christmas movie with Jimmy Stewart and the angel and Clarence, in order for him to get his wings, he has to do all these. It's almost like that. It's like the service. He's in service to you in order to prove him. Isn't that funny? That's what I'm feeling. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, another reader channels Rahasha and said his name is Mike. I'm supposed to call. Okay. That must be Trudy. It's probably Trudy, right? Okay. Or well, whoever it is. He says that you've been very conscientious about cleaning things up. I don't know what you're cleaning up. Maybe it's cleaning up your spiritual world and bringing together things. But this is you. And he says, I'm really proud of you. And he says, and you always stay away from the drama. Look at this picture. It's so funny. He says, you're very good at staying away from the drama of other things in your life. So I'm getting that he loves to work with you, that he's been wanting to work with you for a long time, and it's part of his forgiveness, and you've given him the faith to do the work that you have in him, and that you're conscientious, and he loves that, and you stay away from the drama. That's what I get. You are sending healing to ley lines. So you're cleaning up ley lines. Oh, Sandy, that is so awesome. Wow. Everybody's got a job to do. Hi, Wiki. Hi, Claire. I dance around drama. So do I. I can't stand it. I hate it. Yeah, I hate it. Yeah. Oh, it's your favorite movie, Sandy? You've been feeling the energy for years? Oh. Oh my goodness, that's fabulous. Well, you found what you're supposed to do, and that's beautiful. Thank you, Celtic. I'm glad they did do that today. All right. You're welcome, Sandy. Sandy sent me some of the most beautiful stones. They're the raw stones. This was a little while ago, but I love them. They're all around me, and means a lot. Thank you, dear. Well, he needs to be ousted now. They had that uprising in was it in Jerusalem or was it in Tel Aviv? I guess there was a great big number of people there doing that work to try to get him ousted. And yes, Claire, I'll put you on the list. Yep, thank you, Barbara. Yep. I'm still waiting for Ramon. So if Ramon comes in, he'll be reading with me. So I'm going to pull on Netanyahu. I have to tell you this. Back in the 90s, my girlfriend Lori and I, we met each up in Florida for a vacation with our husbands, but we were in the pool. And the pool had one of those. It was in Orlando, and we were going around and around in one of those pools that allows you to flow through. And I remember saying to her something like his name, Benjamin Netanyahu, and H-A-O-O, like a Yahoo. And we laughed and laughed about it. And she and I are still dear friends because we've been friends for 40 something years. And we still can't believe he's in power. I think he's been in and out, but he's like a Putin in that regard. All right. The first card I get is Breath, the Celtic Seer. I'm feeling as though he's going to be escorted out by the words of those people in power, either in power or the words of his people. He's making really disastrous decisions, and he's not thinking them through. So I'm feeling like it is a breath away. Now, what is a breath away? Well, a breath away could be the fall. I don't know. But I would love to think that it will be midsummer. I wonder, Celtic, have you got his astrological information? I bet you could tell us better than I can tell you. Because he's going to be shown the door. Yeah. Yep. And he's going to be given his true north, or he's going to be shown the door and told where to go, basically. Yeah. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get tried for war crimes when this is all over, because of the amount of people have been annihilated down in Gaza. And here he
Hello.
is. We
made it.
Sorry, Ramon. So sorry. Oh my God. So I decided I'd just jump on and start doing some readings till you came on. And Scott said he wrote you too, so that because I want you off in time to go on his channel. So
Oh yeah, because after here, I'm gonna be at his channel.
Yes,
today was one of those crazy days, and I'm the type of person that I never cancel. If I say I'm gonna be there in time, I'm gonna be there. Doesn't matter the situation. And it was a crazy day. And the last minute, I was getting ready, and it was 5, and I was like waiting, and what's going on? And then when I checked the monitor, it says 7 p.m. And I was like, oh, because of the time difference, I figured. No, don't worry,
Yeah.
But we're here, even if it's for a few minutes. But
we are here, and I love your dimple. Are you a Libra?
No, I'm a Gemini.
Oh, you're a Gemini. Okay.
I'm a Gemini.
That's what my husband is too. Well, welcome. We are all glad to have you here. And
thank you.
Scott and Jackie are in the chat, or they were earlier. And everybody's been waiting on you. So
really?
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, I was so looking forward to this.
Me too. So I apologize for my part of it, and everybody does understand. And I didn't get you the link in time. I mean, I was just
no. It's one of those things. It's a great excuse for a second part. So
that's right. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
Very good. So she was just Celtic Seer was just asking me if Netanyahu might be ousted by midsummer, and I haven't even asked you. Do you do political readings? Because this isn't all political, by the way. So
Not really.
no.
I do follow
Okay.
the news. I do follow the
Mm-hmm.
news, and
Mm-hmm.
that's something I learned from a professor when I was in junior high school. It's
Yeah.
I had a professor, and he said, always be aware of what's going in your country, watch the news, and
Yes.
from that moment, I was always, on top of what was going on in the world, and
Wonderful.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I remember he also said, even if it's not in your field, like try to learn about different topics, learn about
Yep.
classical music. And that same day, I went and bought a cassette, and it was Mozart's, I think it's Symphony 41 Jupiter. And I know that
Wow.
symphony completely because I used to listen to that tape. And I listen to the local news, and I
Yeah.
listen.
Uh-huh.
CNN is the one that I listen to, but I
Sure.
switched to
Yeah.
Fox and different ones to get different perspectives.
Bit
But
different perspectives. Yeah.
yeah,
That
but it's
kudos to that professor. I absolutely agree that
hmm
first of all, I don't know if you know that I am a professor and I teach
yeah,
English and
English. Yeah.
humanities. And
hmm
so we're always
Wow.
saying, learn a little bit about everything and don't
Yes.
be afraid to keep learning because we all need to know to have a conversation. So, oh,
hmm
that's great, Ramon.
Yeah, it
I
gives you
love
a different perspective of the world, and
Yes.
it's crazy when sometimes like for example with the eclipse.
Hmm.
At work, I was telling everybody, don't make sure don't look at the eclipse, and if you do, have your glasses. And like almost 90% of the people that I asked, they didn't know that you can't look directly at the eclipse. And it's something
Uh-huh.
that they've been
Right.
talking in the news.
Right.
Sometimes even like local weather events and things like that. But
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it's really sad what's happening right now in
Oh, it
Gaza.
is. Yeah. Um,
And it's the people, it's the innocent people who are the ones who suffer.
right. It
Those
absolutely
are
is.
the ones who
Yeah.
day to day they have to go through shortage of food, the loss of family and friends. I mean, the
Yes.
uncertainty more than anything. It's really
Absolutely.
sad,
They're
you
saying
know.
that most people are existing on about 250 calories a day. And I mean, when you're on a diet, just like you're on a diet for a while, you might eat up to 1,500 calories a day,
hmm
but no, not 200. I mean, those people must be just going through a mass starvation. It's along with everything else that's
Yeah, I
happening.
mean, it's
Yeah,
terrible,
it
and
is terrible.
just that,
Mhm.
and also the added stress that has an
Yes.
impact on their body and their mental
Yeah.
health, and
Yeah, and how they're
it's
losing their family members and things. It's
hmm
it's horrific. But well, that's fine. And I do have shows that just do political readings, and
hmm
but not all my shows do, which is fine because that's everybody does something different. And so, but I love that you listen to the news. Yeah, people have said before, I don't want to watch the news. It's bad, and I don't want to know what. Well, you have to know the bad stuff
it
too.
is. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it's what's going on in the world.
yeah,
You
yeah.
don't know if what you're listening to the news. I mean, you don't know what impact you can have in the world. You know,
Right,
and
right.
just by knowing what's going around, it equips you to be able
Absolutely.
to, be
Right.
proactive in different. I mean,
Yep.
in your
And
in
you
your
don't get,
communities.
a lot of people get their news on Facebook or something, and that isn't the place to
No.
get that news. No, not at
Mm-mm.
all. Yeah.
No. No.
Mhm.
One thing too that professor said was never believe not everything that's published is correct.
Mhm.
And I'm talking back in the early 90s. We just came
Yes.
from the 80s, and we didn't
Mhm.
have what we have right now, like the internet
Right.
as
No,
a
right.
method of communication and
Uh-huh.
information.
Yeah.
And our you will take as the truth everything that was printed. At least, I mean, I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
So,
Yeah. Or whatever your
but
parents believed in, or whatever your friends believed in. All those things
mhm,
contribute to what they call your schema, which is the way you look at the world.
yeah,
And there are people that can very easily manipulate us if we don't allow our own selves to find out the truth. So you're right,
exactly.
Ramon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you. That's beautiful.
yeah.
So Celtic seers and astrologer, she said Netanyahu's moon was hit by the solar eclipse, which that would be very big because that's his emotions and his sort of secretive underneath the. If you're looking at the moon card, right, in the
Mm-hmm.
tarot, isn't
Yep.
that the woman in Israel want him out? He's doing too much. Yeah, he is. He is doing too much damage. So wow,
He is.
thank
He
you.
is. He's doing. I mean, not only to the innocent people of Gaza,
Uh-huh.
by um, hurting the supply lines. All
Yeah.
these accidental killings that happen. Like for example, with the World Kitchen
Yes. Oh,
chefs.
yes.
That was tragic,
It was.
and
Yeah.
it's and not only that, it's also exposing Israel to be attacked by other countries.
That's correct.
Because
Yeah.
other countries, like for example, right now that there was an attack. When was it? Yesterday that they
Iran.
were
Yeah. Yesterday.
Iran
Yeah.
300 missiles. They said that they blocked. They were able to get 99%. But
Uh-huh.
this is just one.
I
It's
know.
other countries will
If you
unite
get
and.
everybody involved, you've got it coming from all directions.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then
Um,
us, the United States, as allies, we get dragged into that as well.
right.
You
True.
know, it's
Yes, you
terrible.
do.
Just
Yes, you
war in
do.
general is it's sad.
War in general is horrible.
Yeah.
So Celtic Seer says to you, Mr. Gemini, that Jupiter enters, and Jupiter is about expansion and great things coming. So good
Hmm.
things are coming your way. Isn't
I
that good
hope
to
so.
know?
Yes, I manifest that.
Good for you.
I wake up every day manifesting that.
Oh,
Because
that's so good.
there's no other way to go. You always
Uh-huh.
have to be positive, and even if you're going
Uh-huh.
through a hard time, like we all go through at some moment of our lives, the only
Right.
way is positivity. You
That's
know.
absolutely true.
Hmm.
Absolutely true. Well, you and I get along already, so you and I are friends already. So how about
Of
that?
course, of
And I'm a
course.
Libra. You're a Gemini, and those are two air signs. So
Hmm.
very
I'm a
cool.
I'm a
Very
Gemini ascendant Gemini.
really. Oh
Yeah.
my, double
Hmm.
Gemini, huh?
Double
Okay.
Gemini. Yeah.
Wow.
And I
So
have
go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
I have
Ramon.
Gemini family members as well. My grandmother
Ooh.
was a Gemini. I have two brothers, two
Mm-hmm.
siblings. They're younger than me, and one of them is a Gemini. And my youngest brother is an air sign as well. He's Aquarius.
Oh, wow.
All three
That's
air signs.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all three.
Hmm.
That's beautiful. Yeah, my husband was one of three boys. He's the oldest, and all of the boys are Geminis. And I'm thinking, boy, they really must. The parents really must have been cold, or something was going on 9 months before that. Every
Yeah.
year. Every
Every
year,
year around the same
every
time,
year at the
which
same
is
time.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
August, around August. I know that I calculated my conception time was August the previous year.
And for me, it was I was born at the end of September, almost October 1st, and it was Christmas time, and it was really cold where my parents lived, and I was a big surprise. So I get
That makes sense.
it. So hi, Mary and Froxy and Harley and all those who have just come in. Thank you so much for being here, Mary Thornberry. Um, it's wonderful to see you all and have you be here with Ramon and I. Gemini Moon says, I'm Gemini Moon. Does this good luck apply as well as my Libra rising? Well, Gemini Moon, I think probably it does. So there you go. Um, and thank you so much, Celtic Seer. You are wonderful. All right. Well, I wanted to just talk to you a little bit
Hmm.
about your, you know, and so what I really love is that we've been able to organically do that a little bit here in the very
Little by little,
beginning by
yeah.
telling me
Uh-huh.
about your past and things like that. How
Hmm.
long have you been a reader? How long has that been going on?
Um, well, I started in tarot about 9 years ago,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it was tarot came to me.
Okay.
It's the strangest story. So I was raised in a household of organized religion,
Yeah.
specifically my dad. So spirituality has always been a framework of my
Mm-hmm.
life, you know.
Okay.
And I was a big believer, but over the years, since I was a child, over the years, I saw that it didn't fit with, I don't know, like it started lacking little by little, the foundation of what I believed, you know.
Hmm.
I don't know,
Hmm.
like it didn't fulfill me, you know.
Didn't
And
fulfill you. You knew there was
no,
something more. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
I knew there was something more.
Hmm.
And when I was 20 years old, I parted ways with the church,
Okay.
and I didn't really want anything to do with spirituality.
That's
And
an
it
age
was,
thing, though. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think it's, when you get to that age, you wanna, especially when you're raised in the church, you're always in connection with spirituality. When you get to that age, you wanna explore as much spirituality. You wanna explore the physical
Sure.
things of the world.
You do.
And it wasn't until, I don't know, when I was like 35, 15 years later, I started feeling there was something missing. Something
Uh-huh.
wouldn't fulfill me anymore. And I
Right.
realized that it was the lack of, some spiritual structure,
Hmm.
because it's always been a part of my life. And for several years, I was kind of like a spiritual shopper. I went
Yes.
into
Yep.
different religious, religious and philosophical ways, or
Yeah. You dipped your
different
toes.
religions. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and different
Yeah.
things. I went
Uh-huh.
through, even though I was Protestant, I went into Catholicism. I
Good.
explored Islam. I explored, I mean, you name it, Judaism.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
I took a lot of really good things from it, different ideas.
Yes.
But like, I didn't want to go back into an organized religion. I want a philosophy that I could apply to my life,
Yep.
and
Yep.
and make it in a useful way. So, the latest one that I was exploring was Jainism. And
Cool.
yeah, Jainism, it comes from India,
Hmm.
and their philosophy is beautiful because they take into account every single living being. You know,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I identify a lot with it because I'm the type of person, and I said it before. If I see a spider at home, not that I have pests, but if I see a spider or a water bug, I don't kill it. I take
Yeah.
it out. There's really no reason for you to kill things, in
No.
general,
Yeah.
un-
Yep.
unless it's for your survival is on threat.
Sure.
That's a
Sure.
different
Then you
matter.
have that option.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and
Hmm.
and I
Wow.
really, Jainism resonated with me, but
Uh-huh.
they're very ascetic. They're very, like, for example, there's certain vegetables that they don't eat, like
Oh, I didn't know
onions.
that. Okay.
Yeah, like onions, for example, or potatoes or carrots, because you're ripping it from the earth and you're disturbing the microorganisms and
Oh, okay.
that whole environment that's there surrounding that vegetable. They don't
Uh-huh.
pick fruits. They wait till the fruit falls so they don't hurt
Hmm.
the tree or any bugs around it. And
Uh-huh.
I really found it beautiful and profound, but I know
Sure.
that I was never going to be able
To be
to
completely that thing.
not
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
And yeah,
Yep.
and one day I was flipping through, I went through to YouTube, just looking through different spiritual philosophies, and tarot came up.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is interesting. Tarot, a philosophical, religious framework. What's that? So I
Yeah.
watched the video, and I was really interested. And then I watched another one, and I got really interested. And that same day, I went online and I was looking for decks, but I
Uh-huh.
didn't know like where to start. It's
I don't blame you. There's a lot of them.
Marseille, and so
Yeah.
many of them.
Uh-huh.
I was attracted to Marseille because of the artwork,
Okay.
but I didn't have a clue. So I was like, okay, another day I'll figure it out. In the meantime, I'll just keep reading about it. The next day, I was at work and I was in my office and I went to dispose of some papers. And when I went to the paper recycle bin to dispose some papers that I was going to recycle, there was a card of the magician, and I stared at the recycle bin. I said, what's this? A sign of the
Yeah.
universe? Because just the
Yeah.
previous day, I was talking that, I was interested in getting into it, and, I would like to have a deck.
Hmm.
So I pulled the card, and the Fool was right behind it, and then the High Priestess and the Empress, and like it was a whole deck right there. And some of the cards fell through the recycle bin along
Sure.
with the uh,
Uh-huh.
other paper. And I thought, okay, if all 78 cards are here, because I know there were 78 cards, this is going to be my deck. And
There were.
the whole deck was there, even with the box, and I still keep it. And that was
Uh-huh.
my one deck for many years. And
Yeah.
from that point, I started learning about tarot. I started with the major arcana, learning, the order of the cards, and then the suits. And it was a process, because
Hmm. Hmm.
starting from zero, trying to learn the meaning of all of the cards, just the basic meaning,
Yeah.
not going
Oh,
into
yeah.
astrological correspondences or anything,
Right. Right.
was a
Yeah.
process of many years,
Hmm.
and it
Hmm.
wasn't an everyday thing. Once I got the deck, I was playing with it. I would leave it aside, but then there were some moments that like the deck will call to me. It's
Yes.
it's at different moments that I was maybe like spiritual vulnerable, or and
Hmm.
I
Okay.
established a great a connection with the
They
cards,
say they
and
talk to you if you really connected with the
they
deck, and
do.
yes, I
They
agree.
really
Yep.
do. Yeah.
Yep.
And that is
Especially
something
that
that
you
I
found the way you found it, and it just was meant to be.
it
Mm.
was, and
Yeah.
I still have it. It
Yeah.
was a RWS um tarot
Uh-huh.
deck.
Okay.
And then like I said, that was my deck for many years. And then later on I started, purchasing other decks because of the artwork, and I have quite a collection. I don't consider myself a collector,
Uh-huh.
but the cards that I have, they really talk to me, and I have them because I forget that they are cards. They're like windows into, I don't know, it's another dimension, it's another realm.
Yes.
It's and
Yes.
that's when I get a deck, when it speaks to me so profoundly that I
Hmm.
forget their cards.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
And recently I've been getting into oracles.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Good.
then over the years, it's I started learning doing readings, and I do readings in the personal level. I started
Hmm.
doing live readings now. Going
Yeah.
into sharing shows with other people. I haven't had my live yet. That's something that's it's happening down the road, but the format is it's so different.
Yes, it is.
Because it's different doing a personal reading for someone. You have that connection one to one, than doing a
Correct.
live reading. It's back
Yeah.
to back, and
Hmm. Yeah.
the way
That's
the
why we call
energies
them
are
mini.
channeled.
They are
Yeah.
mini, very mini readings. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very intense. The
They
first
are
one that I
intense.
did, yeah, was at Scott's channel. And
Okay.
I'm telling you, after that show was over, I was beat. Like if I
Oh, it is
ran a
exhausting,
marathon.
Ramon. Yeah,
It
it
is.
is. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is exhausting. Though, what you've just described is, well, synchronicity, of course, because you found the deck, but you've also described how the magic comes to us
Yes.
and how we have to be open to the magic and realize that the magic has happened. And
Mm-hmm.
then the calling of the cards is the continued magic.
Yeah,
That deck was meant for you.
it
You
was.
threw away those papers just at the right time, and that all 78 were there.
All
Just
78.
absolutely, just amazing.
I get
Amazing.
goosebumps just thinking
I
of,
know. But the fact
remembering
the
that.
magician was on the top, that was the first
Mm-hmm.
card I mean, that was
Yes.
everything. It was like, "This is you. This is you,
Mm-hmm.
Ramon. You're the magician.
Yeah.
You can make it happen." Oh my
Mm-hmm.
lord. Yeah.
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 It was a crazy story. And then after that, I started exploring other forms of divination. I
Okay.
After tarot, I went into Lenormand, and now I do tasseomancy, dice divination, divination
Okay.
with dominoes, pendulums, all different types. Conchomancy with shells. I use
Mhm.
runes, Elder Futhart
Mhm.
runes.
Mm-hmm.
witches runes, the oracle, the
Good for
Mexican
you.
lottery. And
Yeah.
that's something that I share in my channel. In my
Uh-huh.
channel, I have a lot of videos. Most of them are tarot, but it, it's an opportunity to be able to share with people, especially people who are coming new into tarot,
Right. Mhm.
trying to give them some direction, because that happened to me when I started learning tarot.
Yeah.
The different meanings from different books and different channels, and there was like so much information like
Yeah.
here and there. I tried to compile it in a way, and one of that I have a video that it's the meaning of all 78 cards of the tarot.
Hmm.
That video has like 58,000 views, and I posted it like 4 months ago. And like I
Oh,
said, I really
yeah.
don't care about the numbers.
No,
It's
yeah. You're
what
doing it. You
what
love it. It's what you're supposed to do.
yes, yeah, definitely. And what it tells me is there are people coming every day to learn this wonderful tool. And
Mhm.
it's brought so much into my life. It's having like a spiritual framework that
Oops. Sorry.
is
Where did you go? All right.
having a spiritual framework that is yours,
Yeah.
your own contact with the divine in a way that it's unique to you.
Correct.
It's priceless to me.
It is
And I know,
priceless.
yeah, and I know there are some people who read tarot for spiritual reasons. Other do it just for inner exploration. Whichever
Hmm.
way it works, that's her personal journey. you know
Correct.
that doesn't mean one way is better than the other, but it's great that this tool is available to all
Oh
of
yeah,
us.
it
you know
is.
yeah.
The other thing is you can tell by your junior high story the interdisciplinarity or being interdisciplined by your teacher suggesting that know about classical music, know about this, know about the stars, know about what all
Hmm.
different things, know about the news, and the way you focused that with your religions and philosophies also is the way you focus the way you did your tarot understanding. You took
Hmm.
it as a bulk, but you brought it all together, make the
Yeah.
meanings.
Hmm.
And you are so right. We all have to really make our own meanings because I teach dream classes, and your dreams, I could tell you what I think about them, but you're the one who really knows.
Yeah.
You just don't know, you know.
Hmm.
And everybody doesn't trust their own inner wisdom, their own gut, their own beliefs. And we really have to make sure that people empower themselves and not look to others all the time
Yeah.
for the answers. So,
And
wow.
that's one of the biggest things. People doubt their own capabilities, and
Yeah,
we all have the potential to tap into the divine realm.
right. We
And dreams
do.
is, yeah, and
Hmm.
dreams is something amazing. That's why I don't believe in those books of dream interpretations,
Me either. No.
because
Yeah,
what a horse means to you can mean different to me.
that's correct.
These are
Yeah.
symbols, and they do
And they're
have personal
personal.
meanings. They have
Yeah,
personal meanings,
they do. Yeah.
and
For instance,
it.
if you love a dog and you get a dog and you have a dog in your dream, that's going to be a different dream than if you are afraid of dogs. You
Hmm.
know, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah, and we all have that weird recurrent dream that it's keeps popping up throughout our lives.
that's right.
And
That's right. The one where we don't have any clothes on and we're standing in front of a crowd, right?
yeah, yeah. I have this weird dream that happens every now and then, and it's that I'm in college, right? And the year started, and the year went by. The dream always starts when the semester is ending, and I realized that I forgot to go to a class, and I'm always scared that I'm gonna fail the course. And at that point, like, I can't withdraw or do anything. Like, I'm at that point
That's
that the
my
finals.
dream. I've
Is
had
it?
that dream for years.
Oh my
I, di- I,
God.
I,
It's
I haven't gone to the class. I forgot about it, but I didn't
yes.
drop it. I didn't drop it either. I forgot to
Exactly.
drop the class.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh my
I
God.
I get that dream. And it's, oh my God, so agonizing, because you're at that point. I don't want to screw up my GPA, but
Right, right.
it was
Yeah.
my fault. How could I forget? And it's crazy.
There are
You're
dreams that people have that are very similar, and honest to God, I've never heard anybody else tell me that. Never.
really me neither. Me
Never.
neither.
No, 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 no.
Because I
Oh,
hear other people's stories of their recurring dreams. My mom has like
right.
their own, and so
Oh
all
my
the people
God.
around me. But yeah. All right.
Oh, that is just fascinating to me. I just now I've got goosebumps all over me. And so this is an interesting question because Sonia had this question when she first came in.
Mhm.
She said she wonders what connection she had with me and you before because we're very familiar to her.
Hmm.
And I said, I'm going to wait for Ramon to come in because I hadn't met you then either. But now that you've told me the dream, oh my God, that just blows my mind. Oh,
Yeah. It's that's so interesting.
I know. And
You
it
know,
never resolves itself, Ramon, does it?
it
We're
never,
always still
it
having
never.
that dream. Oh,
And the thing with my dreams is
yeah.
I don't have that capability that some people might have to being able to discern it's a
Yeah.
dream and it's not reality. For me and
Mm-hmm.
my dreams, it's
Mm-hmm.
a reality. You know,
Sure it is.
it's what's
Yeah.
happening at the moment.
And you
You know,
can't change the dream like a lucid dream. You can go in and
hmm
change. You can say,
yeah.
I don't like this. I'm going to change. Oh my Lord.
hmm No, no, I'm not able to do that.
Yeah.
I think I'm too much into my head. I'm always like thinking about situations and things that when I
Yeah.
go into that realm of dreaming,
Yeah. You want to
it's
relax.
yeah, no, it's yeah, and
Yeah.
it's part of a mental process for me.
Yeah, sure.
And you know,
Oh my.
recently I was watching a documentary of how scientists are starting to explore the idea of alternate universes, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And all these new dimensions that you know they're hypothesizing that might exist.
Right.
And it's one of the things they say is that it's possible that there's multiple universes out there with similar
Different
situations like
timelines. Hmm.
yeah, like there's other
Yeah.
alleys maybe with the black hair, maybe I don't
Yeah.
know, you're a waitress, and you know all
Correct.
these different variations that in the physical plane are possible. There's infinite versions of that.
Yes.
and and I believe that's true. But then
I do
I
too.
was, you know, but then I was thinking, like for example, the alley that's here right now and the alley that it's in that alternate universe, are they the
Hmm.
same soul? Have you ever
Oh,
asked that? Are they the same soul? It's because it's
yeah.
very different. Like for example, identical twins, you know, they might be genetically the same, but they're clearly different people. You know, they do have different souls. They exist in the same plane, so they are different
Mhm.
souls. But
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
alley here and this alley over there, do they
Do you have the
share?
same soul?
You know,
Yeah.
is our idea of the soul something? Is there something bigger? You know, is there a
Is there
connection?
something?
And I was thinking about that further, and I think that that's where intuition might come into play. You know,
Okay.
because I believe intuition is that knowledge that is not learned. You know,
Right.
maybe there is a connection between
Yeah.
experiences or situations that we're able to perceive before they happened, that happened already, you
Yep.
know, and our
Yep.
connection with that other version of ourselves already lived it. I don't know.
That's
It's
yeah.
just
No, but when you're talking, it reminds me of a book that was channeled many years ago by Seth. Seth
hmm
speaks it on the oversoul,
hmm
and so I'm wondering if maybe there's an oversoul that guides these. It's kind of like pieces of the pie. You got the
hmm
whole pie, but then you got the pieces of the pie,
exactly.
and
hmm
maybe that's why sometimes we have deja vu
Yeah.
because we see what would have happened or we fall into the crack here of what might have happened had we taken this way instead of this way,
Yeah.
the waitress job instead of going to college and getting a
Ex-
degree. So yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
hmm
I love it.
And
Oh
these
my
these are
God.
things that we all experience. We all experience deja vu. We
Yeah.
experience, you know, situations that we don't know how, but we know this is what we should do or we should not
Right.
do.
We know that we
It,
know.
yeah,
Hmm.
recent
Yeah.
a few years ago, I was with a friend. We were going into a shopping center, And this is something that happens to me a lot. I go to park somewhere and like I don't feel the vibe of parking here. I want to park over there, even
Okay.
if further out.
Good for
And
you.
that day, my friend was saying, "Why don't you park closer? Why do you have to park over here?" And I said, "No, I feel like something's gonna happen if I park over there." After I
Mm-hmm.
came out of the store, it just so happened that a car was parked in that space that I decided not to, and the car coming out like
Clipped
scratched it
them.
completely. Yeah, I said that could have been my car. That's
It could
why.
have been your car. Look at that. So you had
But I
pre-coverage.
knew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't. This happens to all of us, you know.
Yes, it
It,
does. Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
the other
it's
thing is you can call in your parking angels if you want a close parking space. You can just say, "Parking angels, could you please bring me
hmm
right to the front of the store?" So, I want that parking space.
yeah. You have to manifest it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe
Uh-huh.
that's something also that dreams can explain, you know. It might a lot of it is things that we are part of the things that we're always worried of, we're thinking of,
Right.
but there might be a spiritual connection between another realm that
Mm-hmm.
these things have happened already, and
Mm-hmm.
us we're able to tap into it. You know,
Wow. Yeah. There's so much we don't know, but
there
we
is.
absolutely do not use the whole part of our brains, the whole part of our gut instinct. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of us have shut that down, our heart center,
Yeah.
but it's all available to us, and we just have to trust it. That's where the magic also comes in,
Mm-hmm.
that we trust that we're in the right place at the right time, just as you were throwing away some papers one day. I mean,
And
it was
yeah.
so meant to be for you to be there that there's no other explanation. I had that happen when I met my husband. I had come home from work and I'd seen a sign that says, "Would you like to write a book and publish it? Then go here." And this was prior to a lot of internet stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
went to the internet and it said, "Join a chat room and talk to other writers." So I said, "Okay, I'll do that." So I go into this chat room and there's my husband. And we're talking about his book. I've never met the man before. And he's
Uh-huh.
telling me all about his book, that he loves Russian history, that he loves Edgar Casey, that he's a metaphysical person, that this and that. And I said, "Well, let me know when your book comes out so I can read it." And so we said bye to each other. I gave him my email.
Uh-huh.
And thus began our relationship. Actually, we wrote back and forth, right back and forth, and we met each other and we have been together ever since. So
Wow.
it's that, how many people would be in a writer's chat room on an internet of, even back in 2000, it was 2000. How many
Mm-hmm.
people would be there? There weren't that many people online then either,
Exactly.
you know.
And with the
So
same interests, you
with the
know,
same interests. Yes,
same interests,
absolutely.
and that you were able to make a connection because not everybody who's in a chat connects, you know, but you're
Correct.
able to establish that connection, and it
Mhm.
went further to a
And
point
went
that, you
further.
know,
It
it's,
was meant to be.
mm-hmm.
It was the
Yeah,
synchronicity of it. Yeah.
definitely.
So, oh my goodness, this is so much fun. Um, what do we think about Sonia? Well, Sonia, I'm sure that we probably have had a past life together.
Mm-hmm.
You may recognize us from a contracts on the other side that we might have made to come together at this point. I'm seeing a lot of people that have seen you on Scott's channel and other channels that you've been on, and how much they love your work. And and you'll say the same thing I would. It's not us, it's them. It's
It's
all about,
definitely. Mm-hmm.
and they're
We're
the
j-
ones who've done it. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
just a channel to be able, you know, a mouthpiece to be able to manifest these things, you know, and we can
Uh-huh.
all do it. There's nothing,
Yes, we can.
you know,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can all do it.
we can.
I'm not special, you know. You know, the
Some
same
people
thing that
you
I
would.
do,
Uh-huh.
anyone else can do it, you know.
Right, right.
It's just saying I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna learn how to do it and move forward,
Yeah,
you know. Of
yeah.
course, each one of us brings something different. So,
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah.
So let me see. I'm pulling a card here. It says here, try something different, Sonia. Surrender. Let grace carry you. I mean, it's like the tea kettle, and the water has been put on the burner, and the tea kettle is now has rolling boiling water and the steam is coming off it. And I'm feeling as though we're just all meeting each other here and we're all recognizing each other. And so I'm sure of a connection. I'm sure of it. But I'm going to let Ramon read what
Yeah.
he's yeah.
So I pulled three cards, and the
Okay.
first one I got was the Six of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a journey. This is a very, I always find it a powerful card because you have the connection here, the combination here of the swords, which represents air, but also the water. So there is a that contrast between the mental process and the emotional one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Queen of Cups, also an emotional card,
Oh, yeah.
and the Sun. You know, so what I feel is that whichever paths that we came from, it all brought us together through, you know, uh, the emotion,
Yeah.
because cups is also intuition, into this
Yes.
intuitive process that we're all sharing. And it's to the point of one, that we're able to make connection, that we're
Mm-hmm.
going to be able to bright the paths of each other, and being able to learn, whichever ways or places that we came from, it was meant for us to meet here, because
Yep.
there's definitely something, even if it's for a few seconds, I get from you. You have an
Mm-hmm.
influence in my life. I've heard
Yeah.
words,
Yeah.
maybe whatever I'm saying, but whichever turns the universe took, it was meant that we were here at this moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've talked about it before many times on the shows that for me it was COVID that brought we didn't have anything else to do,
Mm-hmm.
and the orange man was in charge and that was horrible and we needed some hope.
Yeah.
And a lot of us grew from there, and that brought in more people, and that keeps growing, and we just keep finding each other.
We
And
keep. Mhm.
so yes, there's a definite connection there, sweetie. And
Yeah. I
yeah.
I've always, I don't know why, but since I was a kid, I've always had this affinity with the early middle ages. For some
Okay.
reason, I feel that a lot of people that I know, I've made a connection with them
At
at
that
that
time.
moment.
Yep.
And who knows, once I leave this physical plane, maybe I believe in reincarnation,
Oh, me
you
too.
know,
Yeah. Oh,
but
yeah.
I believe, if you think about it, there is no reason to believe that you will always reincarnate and in the future. I believe there is a possibility you
Okay.
can reincarnate in the past too,
Oh,
because
and I
time is
love
not.
that idea.
y-
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
mean,
do.
time
Yeah.
time is not linear only in one direction.
Uh-huh.
It goes the other way
Uh-huh.
too. So who
Sure.
can say that we might
That's right.
reincarnate again in the Middle Ages?
Yeah.
Also, I believe in life outside of Earth, in other
I do
planets, in
too.
other
Another planet
dimensions.
and things. Hmm.
Why, if the soul is eternal and bigger than we might not comprehend, why do we always have to reincarnate on Earth? I
Right.
believe also there's possibility that we might reincarnate into other life forms in other dimensions, other
Hmm.
timelines.
Hmm.
So in whichever combination, we might have had a connection.
Right. Right.
So
So I love the Middle Ages too. I just have to
you
tell you.
did.
Yes, I do. When
Early
I
Middle
was in high
Ages.
school, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out the Canterbury Tales. And then after I started doing graduate work, it was all about the Canterbury Tales and
Hmm.
some of the other things that were written during the times, and Merlin and magic and
Hmm.
things. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
wow,
it was a
that's
time when
awesome.
people were connected with nature, uh,
Yes. Yep.
spirituality. It was a difficult time to live too,
Sure.
but that's
Definitely.
us looking in hindsight.
Yep. Yep, that's wonderful. Well, I want to tell everybody that Ramon has maybe about 5 more minutes. He's got to go over to be on Scott's channel because
Yeah,
but he will be back because I want him to come back already
I want
feeling
to come
like,
back.
yeah. And but I will stay here for a while and answer some of your
Hmm.
questions to the people that are here, even though Ramon has to leave. And I promise you, we'll get the time right next time, and we'll spend as much time as. Oh, this has just been wonderful,
It
honestly.
was wonderful. It was short, but it
Uh-huh.
was wonderful.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
perfect. You know,
Perfect.
and I like I said, a great excuse to have a
Yeah.
second part.
Have a second
All
part.
right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you very
So
much for having me.
thank you so much, Ramon. I appreciate it. I really
Of
do. And
course.
much love to you. And oh my
Love.
God, with the dream, you've just blown me away. Yeah.
You too,
It's
because
amazing.
you're the first person that I met that who has the same dream.
Yes, it's
You know.
amazing. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All right.
right. Take care,
Take care of
Ali.
yourself. All
Thank
right.
you, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye. Blessings to all.
Blessings. Bye. All right. All right. I'm sorry he has to leave. He's wonderful. Oh my God, he's wonderful. He's just wonderful. And so you're stuck with me, but I'll try to answer some questions for you. And I totally understand it if you decide that you would like to go over to Scott's channel to watch him there. That's perfectly understood. He is a fabulous person and interesting person to watch. And so thank you everybody for being it. Yeah, there's no running water in the Middle Ages. And Kelly, you connect to the Middle Ages? Yeah. Sonia, he does feel like family. He does feel like family. And yes, the dreams, shared dreams, you're a social. I didn't know that book. Okay, you've been in previous. Would it be interesting to share? Yes, it would be. You know it would be. Yeah. Wow. All right. So let's go into, wait a minute. I've got a list here. Vicky Howell. Let me read for you. I've got Vicky, Karen, Craig, Sue, Claire, Barbara, Wiki, Sandy, Gemini Moon. Just let me know you're here if you would. If you decide you want to go over there, that's perfectly. I'm not going to be insulted by it. It's a-okay because I've already been on an hour. But I also don't want to leave without reading questions for you that you had if you're still here. So let's see what we can get for you, Vicky. Your spirit team. All right. Wow. I feel between having Val on this morning and Ramon this afternoon, I feel like I've just amped up my vibration 500%. Just one of those days. All right. So let's see. All right. So I get innovation for you, Vicky. They want you to innovate. Innovate what it is that you're going to do. Come up with a new idea, make it yours. And they said that you may be watching your dreams for ideas to innovate with. So I don't know if you remember your dreams or not, but if you can, try and see if you can, even if it's just a little tiny figment of a dream. And it says you can self-correct anything that you want. And you can actually even do that in a dream. That's what I was saying to Ramon. If you do a lucid dream, if some people can do that, they can. If they don't like where they are, they can make it change. So there's where the self-correct comes in. So I hope that speaks to you, my dear. Karen, you dreamed of a house and it startled you awake. It's going to depend on what the house means to you. But Karen, do you know that the house is also our body? It represents our body, and it can in a dream. And the parts of our body, like the attic, is the higher self. The living room area might be in one area. And if you're dreaming about the bathroom, you know that it has to do with letting go and releasing. And so it might be that you just recognized that there was a message in the dream that made you want to wake up to it. So I would ask my guides before I went to bed, could you please show me more about the house in my dream so I can understand the meaning and how it corresponds to my life? See if you can do that, Karen. And, come back Tuesday if you want and bring it to the dream show. We have the dream show on on Tuesday nights at 6:00, and you're welcome to come there. Oh, thank you, Linda Kennedy. Thank you, everybody. All right, you're here, Claire. All right. No, I know, Jay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he has great energy too. Yes. Yeah. And yes, he said he wasn't special, but he is special. And Mary Thornberry said that, and we're all special. And so, but I think what he meant by that is he doesn't have, it reminds me, sorry, I don't want to use the Jesus thing here, but Jesus said that you can do whatever he can do. And that's what he means by he's not special, I think. And so, and of course, if it was Ramon, he may say Jesus. So I love him too, though. He's wonderful. Wiki, you're here. All right. Claire's here. Karen. All right. Got you, Karen. Yeah. You're hanging with me. Okay. Let's see. You can lucid dream, Vicky Howell? Wowee. Okay, Carolyn, no problem. No problem. Yep. You were outside. Okay. Okay. Viviani. Okay, Harley. Well, that's good. All right. So let's see. The next one we have is Craig, and I have it right up here. I'm sorry, I've had a lot of coffee too. Between the vibration I'm feeling and the coffee, I feel like I'm flying right now. So I'm not a drug taker. It's all caffeine. All right. Craig, do you really want a relationship with Loretta? She hurts you so much all the time. Sometimes, we stay with someone because they're familiar, and we know we don't want to leave because we have a familiarity with them. But sometimes that just doesn't serve us, and I don't think she really serves you. But let's see what we got. She's not good for your self-image. So, in other words, she makes you doubt yourself, and she does. She does that. Like she's the only one that has the answers. She isn't the only one that has the answers, and she isn't the only one that can connect with the other side or Clara. So what you need to do, they say, is to analyze and evaluate. How does it make you feel when it happens? Do you get it in your chest? Do you get it in your stomach? Is your gut hurting? Are you getting a headache? Are you getting a feeling like, here we go again? Then it's time to, I had to do that with my sister-in-law. I had to cut ties. She just always made me feel anxious. And she kind of cut ties with me anyway. So it's okay. But wasn't a good feeling. There will be an opportunity for another door to be open. And she may be at the door, on the other side of the door. And it's going to be up to you to decide. But if you do the analysis and the evaluation before, Craig, and trust your own gut level, I think that you will know exactly what to do. I really do. All right. Thank you. Sue, you wanted to know if you have money to travel to your family in Dublin, Vietnam, or Dublin and Vietnam. Okay. Is that a place? That isn't a place in Vietnam. Is it? Okay, Sue, let's just see if you're going to travel. You're going to do some deep thinking on this travel, that may be ways to make money to go, or maybe you're deciding, is it going to be worth the price to go? You may have to, say, I'm not going to be able to give anybody a Christmas present this year, or whatever it is. I don't know, whatever it is. Or, do I have enough time off from my job in order to do this? Have I got somebody that can take care of my animals while I go? Whatever it is. They're saying do some deep thinking on it, and self-reflection, and be very analytical about it and very logical about it. Is it going to set you back? Is it going to make you have more bills? That kind of thing. There is something hidden here, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what's hidden. It says somebody's hiding their true intentions, or somebody is perhaps jealous or two-faced or something, and maybe they don't really want you to come, and they're not going to say that, or I don't really know what it is, but it is there. There's something hidden about this trip. So they said to look into your inner knowing and step into your spiritual power, because you got the crystal ball. So as Ramon said, and I've said before, you know the answer. It's not hidden to you, believe it or not. It's hard to trust that we really know answers. It really is very difficult, but we really honestly do. And sometimes we look to other people in order to find out if they agree with us, and we like validation. So I'm going to say, reevaluate it, do some deep thinking, and give yourself a few months to see if that's exactly what you want to do. And I think you'll have the answer. So thank you, Sue. All right, I want to make sure here. Yes, Jill. I did get a boost. Oh my God. Are you talking about these cards, Kelly? These cards are really cool. They're called Card Deck for Exploration. And it's Awaken, Emerge, and Become. There are messages on the back as well, but right now I'm just using the front words to sort of come up with it. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Vicky, you had to cut connections with your cousin. Yeah. Yes. Very much so. All right. I'm trying to watch the chat. And looks like the trip was from Dublin to Vietnam. Okay. So you're in Dublin. All right. I hope it helped you. All right. Yeah, Craig, you do deserve to be happy. Absolutely. Claire, are you here? I'm just going to ask because I know that. And Barbara, I believe you're here. Wiki's here. Sandy's here. Gemini Moon's here. But would you verify? And you may have already verified, but I haven't. I can't go back too far. Let's see. Are you here, Claire? I do need to ground. Oh, that's so funny. All right. Oh, you are here, Claire. Okay, good. So clarify, what kind of reading would you, just like a general reading, Claire, or would you have a, are you a spiritual reading, or reading about your finances, reading about your love life, reading about a trip? Is there anything in particular? Thanks, Vicky. All right. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to pull a card or two from this wonderful deck, which is called What We Have Forgotten. I love it. It's great. Which path should you be on? That's kind of where I was getting. All right. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I haven't gotten these three cards before, and that's what's making it so interesting for me, too. All right. The first card I got is The Prophet. And there's a beautiful book called The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. And, you know, that isn't really what you need to go read, but it is a beautiful book to read. So it came to my mind. But this is, it says here that actually you have gifts that you don't even know you have, or you may be afraid to use. Okay. And prophecy is one of them, meaning that you could probably divinate, you could do card readings, you could do other things. This is the key that holds us back. There's a saying that says you can't be a prophet in your own hometown. And what that means is the people that you grew up with, the town that you've lived in, your high school people, whatever it is, people that know you, even your relatives, they're not going to believe you can do that. Okay, sure, right, yeah. And I remember this coming up, hearing this. You're not a prophet in your own hometown. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't let anybody else's opinion of you and what you're doing sway you into doing something different if this is what you want to do. This is where you stand up and you make a choice. Yeah. You stand up, you make a choice, and you say, I'm going to go ahead and move forward on my own spiritual path, wherever it leads me. And I think you've started doing that, Claire. So I think that, that is how you focus the question, which path should you be on? There may be a lot of them in front of you. So the best one to start with is tools from the toolbox. That might be cards. It might be a pendulum. It might be whatever attracts you. But here, you will begin remembering. You will begin remembering. You might remember a childhood thing that happened to you and you blocked it because you were kind of afraid. Maybe you saw ghosts, or you saw spirits, or you saw orbs, or there was something that happened. For me, it was Twilight Zone came on, and that scared me to death. And I didn't want anything to do with any of that when I was a kid, because it scared me so much. And I had to get that blockage out of the way. So I think you're walking through some doors here that are going to help you with that. And I love this. It's called Control Room Goals. And it's got 3 meters. And the 3 meters are like, you want things to show up in a specific way, timed at the right time, aligned with each other. And that's synchronicity. Control room goals, though, we can't determine time. Only spirit can. So we are on spirit time. We just don't know we are. So whatever happens in divine timing when the control room says it's ready. So release that for yourself. Don't be attached to when. Just keep going the path and keep working it, and keep on with what you're doing. Wow. That gave me the chills. Yeah. I hope that made sense to you, Claire. Teacher Barbara, are you still here? I think you might be. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Claire. I'm glad that resonated. Good. I'm glad. Yeah. Teacher Barbara, are you here? Yes, book. You are on, all of us are on spirit time. Yeah. I am so interested to know about your social work things that you did. My daughter, as you know, is marriage and family. She works with grief counseling, and she works with narcissistic fathers. Guess what she had? Yeah. Okay. All right. So maybe Teacher Barbara's not here. I think Wiki's here. You had an encounter with a stellar J. Did someone send him to you? Oh, yeah. And Gemini Moon, I got you next. And then I'll do a collective for everybody, okay? A stellar J. Okay. Good. Thanks, Wiki. I think these cards are calling to me again. Thanks, Mary. There's so many comments that were made in the chat that I wasn't able to see because I was listening to Ramon and trying to do everything at once. I'm going to go back and read them all. I'm excited to do that. Wow. Oh. All right, Wiki. It's part of your animal medicine. This J was part of your animal medicine. So maybe it is one of your spirit animals. It may have been watching over you. I love that these are all in blues. And so I'm thinking blue jay, right? It's a blue jay that you had. Oh, really, Imelda? I didn't know everybody else had it. I thought it was just me and Ramon. I love that. Okay. We'll talk about it on Tuesday night. Yeah. Anyway, that's part of your medicine. It gives you the courage you need to move forward and know you're on the right path. Wouldn't be surprised if you have this encounter more than once. And I guess what I would say is if you can figure out what you were feeling during the time or what was going on, maybe either in your head or in your life, and see if it occurs again, or maybe that was just reminding you that that message you were thinking about was important for you. And it was a protective bird. It was a protection, because spirit animals are your protection anyway. And so that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. It was blue. Okay. Okay. Wow. Look at this. That's amazing. All the blues. I think it meant something. I definitely do. Yeah, I do. Oh, thank you, Jill. He caught your eye and then stayed until I could get a picture. Wow. Oh, wow. That is awesome. I'll see my big, there's caribou now, not only deer, but caribou that are out here. And I talk to them and I say, how you doing, guys? What's new? And they'll stand there for a while. But then if my dogs see it and start barking, they'll leave. But it's like a big gift. It's a gift. Yeah. Wow. You had Nico. So yeah, sure. Did Nico bark? Or yeah. Wow. He didn't stay. Yeah. I hate it when they leave, but I understand. You talk to our good. I wonder how many people here toot their horns at cows that are in pastures. I do that all the time. I toot and wave and say hi. People kind of think I've lost my brain. So, yeah. All right, Gemini moon. He laid down and waited. Did he really? Oh, wow. That tells me a lot. Then Nico recognized it was one of your, Nico recognized it was one of your spirit animals. Yeah. Yes, Maruda. I love this deck. I don't know. It just really speaks to me. And yeah. Yep. Yeah. Put it on your wish list. Definitely. Are you here, Gemini moon? Yeah, good. That's good. Oh, Anya, I guess you said when Ramon was on, Anya, that you're a Jain. Are you a Jain, or you like the Jain philosophy? That's wonderful. Yeah. I know that is good. All right. So I'm just holding on to see if Gemini Moon's here. Gemini Moon may have moved over to Scott's, and that's perfectly fine. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and do a reading for everybody, because it's just been such a wonderful day. Oh, my goodness. Some days are just so hard to slog through, and other days, really different. Wow. Just because I have a channel and I'm a fairly spiritual person doesn't mean I don't go through that moments of doubt. And I think it's just what we all go through. And it just tells me we all absolutely are just, if they can relate, they can move. Sandy, that's so sweet. I know the cow's nose. I agree with you. When I lived in Texas, I used to toot at the Longhorns, and because they're just so sweet. They got these, huge, and people had them. They had them on the roadways. They used them for tax write-offs, I think. And every time I tooted, they would start to walk toward the fence. And I was telling one of my tax clients about it, and she said, "Oh no, don't do that all the time, because they think that you're bringing them their food, because they toot when the food comes in." And I'm like, "Oh my God, no wonder they love me." Yes, they're just so wonderful. I love to throw my arms around a cow's neck. I just love cows so much. Wow. We're all still in a body. Yep. Absolutely. We are, Anya, you're absolutely right. All right. So the cards I pulled for all of us this afternoon are empowerment. Take your spiritual gifts that you have, your spiritual life, your light work, your empathy, your compassion, your kindness, and know that this is empowering, and you are a light that's shining all over wherever you are. Remain empowered as much as you can, and try very hard to stay that way, which is not easy. And some days we can give ourselves permission to, not take a shower and stay in bed all day. That's okay. Whatever we need to do, whatever we need to do is the right thing to do. But we're all transmuting. We are all learning. We are all transmuting. We're transmuting our energy, our vibration, our community, each other, really, absolutely, each other. And because we are doing that, we are protecting ourselves from other forces that may or may not be interested in getting our attention. And I'm not one to talk about the dark side, but there is some darkness in our political system that we see every single day. I'll just leave it at that. And so we need to protect ourselves from those who don't believe what they see or hear with their own eyes and their own ears. And so we really do have to protect ourselves. But it says life is eternal, and we're all walking towards it. We come back, we reincarnate, and if Ramon is right, we go backwards even. Everything is happening simultaneously, but it's very important to live in the now. And one of the things that I read that really resonated with me many years ago was, you don't know the kind of road someone is walking, so be very kind. And you also don't know when's the last time you're ever going to speak to somebody, see somebody. So be kind, be gentle, be loving. And if you can't be those things, then be quiet, right? Just be quiet. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. Love you all. Love you all. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.